G'day all you mad gamers, I'm Mad Mikey, I come from the land down under, and in today's show we're going to quickly go over why I think digital games are a bit of a problem, as well as we're going to have some free games from Microsoft, all that and more in today's gaming news opinions. Remember, it's just my opinion.
Yeah, what's going on in the world today? People fighting, feuding, looting, it's okay, let it go, let it flow, let the good times roll, tell 'em Mikey.
It ain't nothing but gaming. Mad Mikey Gaming. What's up guys, and welcome to the Tuesday edition of My Gaming News Opinions, the show where I go and I talk and just sort of go around what's going on in the world of gaming news today, and then I give my little 2 cents along the line. And guys, don't forget, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, because that all helps out. And guys, sort of moving into the first bit of news of today. In case you've been living under a bit of a rock recently, it's been announced that, I think it's today actually over in the States, not sure about here, but Alan Wake is actually no longer available digitally or physically. Now the reason cited behind this is the fact that the digital rights, or whatever sort of copyright rights that they had for the music in the game, has ended, so therefore they can't actually continue on with selling the game. And that's going to be a big thing sort of moving forward. Remedy have actually come out and said that they are working on extending those rights. I know there's a couple of Roy Orbison songs in there, and obviously there's licensed music in there. That's why they're no longer able to produce it. And this is a big thing and a big trend and a big sort of concern to myself, being a video game collector, sort of moving forward into this digital world that it seems that everybody wants you to move into. Steam's obviously got a huge library, and they've actually put it on sale on the lead up to its sort of finishing up. It will be interesting to see if they do sort of pay that extra money to extend that license. Obviously, it's a game that's been out for a while, so I mean, if everybody who's got it has got it, you know, sort of thing, it's sort of done its run. But obviously the secondhand market out there, you can sort of still purchase it. I don't think that actually still be making runs of this game brand new, but yeah, that's always just going to be my concern with digital games. It's happened to a few things. Like, I even remember back in the day where I think it was the Saboteur had some DLC on there, and for some reason the DLC that came with the game, something happened and you could no longer get it anymore. I think it was that they'd shut off the servers and you could no longer use it. And I was like, well, if I ever sort of delete that or something goes wrong with my Xbox, am I ever going to be able to get that DLC again that I got as like a pre-order bonus? The answer is kind of yes, I think. The fact that if you do own that game, that you can still download it. But for people who, if there's ever going to be an Alan Wake 2 game, please give us an Alan Wake 2 game. If they ever want to sort of go back and pick up the original one to sort of see where it began, that might not be an option for them, unfortunately. But guys, sound off on below if that's a concern that you actually have. I know obviously a lot of you guys are collectors that do follow me. I just don't really trust digital that much at this point in time. And on to the next bit of news, guys. It has been announced that Microsoft is actually giving us a up-resed Phantom Dust game. Now, Phantom Dust is a game that got announced back I think it was about 2 E3s ago that they were doing an actual remake of this game. Now, they're actually re-releasing the original form of the game, the Xbox original, but obviously with a few more sort of, you know, bells and whistles around it to make it look a bit prettier on more current sort of games. And it's actually going to be for free. Now, this is really cool because I don't actually believe that this came out in Australia or UK territories. I believe it first came out in Japan, and then it was licensed out to Majestico in the USA. So I'm actually really interested to see what this game is and sort of see what the hype is. It's sort of a card collecting battle system kind of game. Something that's a bit different to a lot of the things that are out there, and that's what the industry needs at the moment. We need to sort of start thinking outside of the box and stop re-releasing a lot of games. and I'm for one going to definitely be taking advantage of this being a free game, and I really want to have a look at it. Still got plenty of room over on my Xbox One to load this one up and have a look at, so maybe we'll do a stream, because definitely this is going to be the first thing. I remember when they announced it, I was like, what the hell's this game? Why are they sort of re-releasing it, you know? But apparently it's got a little bit of a following behind it, so it's going to actually be really cool to check out. And moving forward, we also have that Nintendo, there's a few rumors going around at the moment that there's actually going to be a Legend of Zelda mobile game coming out. Now, I really love what Nintendo are actually doing in terms of this, because obviously Nintendo are really trying to build their brand back up. Out of the three main companies, so you got Microsoft, you got Sony, and then you've got Nintendo. Nintendo's probably coming third at the moment, and a lot of new gamers these days in the new generation, people who've been actually brought up on PlayStation, been brought up on Xbox, they haven't really had a chance to sort of delve into that world of Nintendo. So what they're doing is, and this is the sort of strategy that I think that they're adopting, is they're actually just trying to get it in as many people's hands and sort of see what they've been missing out on. Therefore, they might be more inclined to buy a Nintendo. It's just a rumor at the moment, so I have no idea what type of game that it would be, whether it would be sort of the old style Zelda, sort of top down, the ones that have been showing up on the 3DS, or whether it's just some wacky runner like what Mario was. Fire Emblem Fates, I was a big sort of fan of that game when that one came out, but it sort of died off just because, you know, it sort of kills the battery really easily. But it's going to be interesting. I'd actually probably prefer them to maybe sort of test the waters with Metroid, because there hasn't been a Metroid game out there for a while, sort of see if the interest is still there. But generally these games, Mario sort of costs some money to purchase and to unlock all the levels, but whereas Fire Emblem Fates, that was free, but obviously you can pay money as you go, like a lot of the mobile phone games there are out there. And sticking with Nintendo, actually been addressing with Minecraft that's just come out on the Nintendo Switch. So it's actually only playing at 720p on both your main screen, dock mode, and on the tablet right here. What Microsoft have actually come out and said that the main issue is that they don't know how to sort of get the Switch to play from dock mode and change over to the tablet mode seamlessly. They actually have come out and said that the game is actually playable in 1080p, but just obviously the tablet, this bit, is only outputs at 720, so they're having a hard problem switching. So hopefully they work out a patch for this down the track. I really hope they do. I think that myself, I've never got into Minecraft. I think if the price is right on the Switch and they finally get it right, that's something that I might get into, just something where I can sort of take it around with me and play it. I know that sort of Minecraft is probably one of the highest selling games there are out there, and it's always on the sort of top 20 selling lists still to this day, which is just amazing and showing off. And Microsoft, I think that they're happy that they spend all that money on it, but obviously this is Nintendo hardware. Microsoft are used to Microsoft hardware, so the sort of switch is going to be a bit harder for them to work out for themselves. In case for my Australian fans, they've just put out the announcement of the times and everything there for the E3 conferences, and they are as follows. You are going to have the EA press conference 5 a.m. in the morning on Sunday. And Microsoft's is going to be on Monday at 7 a.m. in the morning. Bethesda following that up at 12 in the afternoon. And for your PC guys, at 3 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Ubisoft hasn't announced their times at the moment by the looks of it. But along with that, Sony's press conference is going to be on the Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the morning. And then it's followed by the Nintendo Spotlight on Wednesday at 2 a.m. in the morning. So I'm actually going camping for the first time ever. So I'm going to be missing out on probably the Sunday and the Monday stuff, which I'm kind of bummed out about, because I do actually take off about a fortnight in preparation for E3. So I'll take that week off and stay up late and watch all the press conferences, and then sort of take a week to get back my sleep pattern. But obviously with my injury that's come across over the last couple of weeks and the surgery that I've had, I'm actually going to have to dip into that holiday time because I've had to take an extra week off work because they won't let me go back to work. Doctor, why won't you let me go back to work? But that is it for today's show, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know, again, if you do sort of like this new setup. I am sort of using my webcam instead of my iPhone. I just think that this is a bit more of a better setting for myself personally. But guys, if you've got any opinions of your own, remember these are just mine. Don't forget the comment section down below and let me know what you think about all of the gaming news that's out there at the moment. But until then, guys, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you Thursday for the Thursday's gaming news opinions. Bye, guys.